Have you ever pondered the significance of the power of judicial review, the authority of a court to assess the constitutionality of a legislative act? This power, my friends, is the cornerstone of constitutional law in the United States, and it all started with a landmark case, Marbury v. Madison. It was the year 1803, a time of political tension between the Federalists and the Democratic Republicans. The outgoing president, John Adams, a Federalist, made a flurry of last-minute appointments, including William Marbury as Justice of the Peace for the District of Columbia. However, Marbury's commission was not delivered before Adams left office, and when Thomas Jefferson, a Democratic Republican, assumed the presidency, he ordered his Secretary of State, James Madison, not to deliver the remaining commissions. Marbury, feeling slighted, petitioned the Supreme Court, demanding that Madison deliver his commission. He cited the Judiciary Act of 1791, which granted the Supreme Court the power to issue such a command, known as a writ of mandamus. But here's where it gets interesting. The Supreme Court, led by Chief Justice John Marshall, found itself in a predicament. If they issued the writ, Jefferson may simply ignore it, thus undermining the authority of the judiciary. If they didn't, it would appear they were bowing to the executive branch. In a masterstroke of judicial wisdom, Marshall declared that while Marbury had a right to his commission, the court did not have the constitutional authority to issue the writ. In doing so, he declared the provision of the Judiciary Act that gave the court this power to be unconstitutional. This was a groundbreaking moment. It was the first time the Supreme Court declared a federal law to be unconstitutional, establishing the principle of judicial review. This principle asserts that the Supreme Court has the final say on the interpretation of the Constitution, giving it the power to strike down laws and executive actions it deems unconstitutional. Marbury v. Madison, therefore, is more than just a historical event. It's the bedrock upon which the balance of powers in the U.S. government rests, the cornerstone of our constitutional democracy. It established the judiciary as an equal branch of government, capable of checking the powers of both the legislative and executive branches. So the next time you hear about a court striking down a law as unconstitutional, remember Marbury v. Madison. Remember the foresight of John Marshall and the Supreme Court in 1803. It's their decision that ensures the Constitution remains the supreme law of the land and that no individual or entity is above it.